Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. All right, we're back. Here we go. Now, how do you feel? Do you feel like a god of English? Yes, fantastic. Now, back to normality. Are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. Gods of English, onwards! Okay, now, you all know what we learned last lesson. That's correct. Last lesson, we learned some new prepositions of place. Do you remember the prepositions? There were 7 prepositions, weren't there? And what were they? They were beside, between, in front of, behind, opposite, above, and below. Okay now, do you remember what they mean? Well, let's have a quick recap. Well, the first one was very easy. Beside is the same as next to. Doreen is standing next to the window. Beside is a synonym for next to, so we can say Doreen is standing next to or beside the window. Simple. Okay, OJ. What's number 2? Number 2 is between. Mabel Mixture, show us a picture. Okay, that's between. Number 3, if you please, Mabel. What's number 3? Number 3 is in front of and behind. 2 in 1. Mabel Mixture, where's the picture? Okay, so on the left we can see that the green ball is in front of the box and the box is behind the green ball. And on the right we can see that the green ball is behind the box and the box is in front of the green ball. Simple. Okay. What's the next preposition? It's the fantastic preposition opposite. Mabel Mixture, where's the picture? All right, now we're on fire. So, my fellow gods of English, that's opposite. Like next to, but not so near. Right, Roger, Wilco, over and out. What's next? What's that? We've only got 2 left. Fab, terrific, Triffid, TARDIS, taxi, tram, steamroller. Okay, bring 'em on. Above and below. Mabel Mixture, let's see the drawing. Okay, so in the picture on the left, the star is above the line. In the picture on the right, the star is below the line. And what was the connection between below and under? Do you remember? Bingo, Lotto, Cluedo. Sorry, that's right. The difference isn't big. The difference is small. If something is covered, we normally use under. So, the cat is under the bed. The bed is covering the cat. My t-shirt is under my jacket. Again, the jacket is covering my t-shirt. If we're talking about temperature, we use above and below. The weatherman says it's above 45 degrees Celsius today. In the winter, the temperature drops to 15 Celsius below 0 in the countryside. Alrighty, that's that. Now, my fellow gods of English, let's add a couple more prepositions before we start practicing. Are you ready? Yes? Good. Do you remember the preposition on? You do? Fab! Do you remember some of the places where we use on? You do? Brilliant! Hair gel, hairspray, shampoo. So, you remember that we say on the bus and on the train, on the ground floor, on the 76th floor, and on the way. Good. Now, in the examples above, I also used on. I said on the left and on the right. If we think about a piece of paper, we use different prepositions to talk about different places on the paper. We use on the paper. We use at the top and at the bottom of the paper. We say on the left and on the right, and we say in the middle. We also use at for at the front and at the back. Dave Squid is at the front of the bus. Alfredo is at the back of the bus. Now, let's practice those prepositions. Look at the bench fields. Someone's taking a photo of the family. Now, look where everyone is and complete the sentences using the prepositions we know. The Benchfield family is in a photographer's studio. Jeffrey and Holly are standing at the back. Alfredo and Mary are sitting in the middle. Alfredo and Mary's children are sitting on the floor. Jeffrey and Holly's grandchildren are sitting on the floor. The grandchildren are sitting on the floor. Jeffrey and Holly's son is sitting in front of his parents. Jeffrey and Holly's daughter-in-law is sitting in front of her father-in-law and her mother-in-law. Jeffrey is next to Holly. Alfredo is beside Mary. There is a clock on the wall behind Holly. Tim is sitting next to John. John is sitting between Tim and Elizabeth. Elizabeth is sitting between John and Doreen. Doreen is sitting next to Elizabeth. Doreen has got yellow teeth! Magic. Excellent. Hole in one. Well done, everyone. Okay, let's try some more, shall we? Here we go. Right, let's look at the pictures below and select the correct preposition to use. Here's the first picture. It's from the famous TV series Star Trek, I think. So, R2-D2 is on the left of the photo, at the front. R2-D2 is next to Chewbacca. Chewbacca is on the right of the photo. Chewbacca is also at the front of the picture. Chewbacca is beside R2-D2. There are some strange people standing behind R2-D2 and Chewbacca. A woman with long, curly, dark hair is standing on the left behind R2-D2. Her name is Princess Leia, I think. She's standing next to a bald man. The bald man is wearing brown clothes. He's wearing a white-ish t-shirt under his brown coat. The bald man's name is Captain Picard, I think. Standing in front of Captain Picard is Darth Vader, I think. Chewbacca is sitting in front of Darth Vader. There's a man standing on the right. He's got a beard. I think his name's Spock. There's another man standing behind Darth Vader. He's probably that other Darth. What's his name?
Darth Maul.
Darth Paul? Okay, Darth Paul. Strange name.
Darth Maul.
What? Darth Ball? Darth Wall? Okay, it's not important. Darth Mail or Darth Email or something. Now, did you hear what I said when I described Captain Picard's clothes? I said that he's wearing a white-ish t-shirt, didn't I? Now we add ish to a word when it's not exact. The t-shirt isn't white, but it's almost white, so we can say it's white-ish. We can use ish with other words as well. We can use it with colours. My eyes are bluish. Her hair is brownish. We also use it with time. I work from 9 to 5-ish. Ish is another way of saying approximately. We use ish with adjectives as well. Is he tall? Well, he's tallish. Is she short? Yes, she's shortish. Okay, another picture, please. Ooh, crikey! Well, there's a lot going on in this picture, isn't there? Okay, let's start on the left and work right. Okay, well, on the left, at the bottom, there's a rabbit. The rabbit is black and white. In front of the rabbit, there's a dog. The dog is black and white. There's a parrot sitting on the dog. The parrot is red, blue and green. Next to the parrot, there's a snake. The snake is also on the dog. The snake is black and white and grey and reddish. Below the dog and below the snake, there's another dog. This dog is small. Next to the small dog, there's a hamster. The hamster is between the rabbit and the small dog. Okay, on we go. To the right, there's another bird sitting on the dog. It's got a funny haircut. I don't think it's a chicken. There's a kitten standing on the dog's head. The kitten is waving at another cat, I think. Maybe the kitten wants to high five the cat. The dog is looking at a clownfish. The clownfish is in a fishbowl. The cat is sitting on the right of the picture next to the fishbowl. The cat is trying to high five the kitten, I think. Between the dog and the fishbowl, there's a weasel, I think. Well, it looks like a weasel. I think it's a weasel. Good Govry and chips with curry sauce. That was long and hard, wasn't it? Okay, let's quickly recap on the prepositions we learned. We know the prepositions of time in, on and at. We know that we use in for years, seasons and months. We use on for days and dates. And we use at for clock times. Okay. We also know the prepositions we learned in Doreen's bedroom. In, on, under and next to. Then we learned some more prepositions of place. The first one was a synonym for next to. Beside is a synonym for next to. Doreen is next to the window is the same as Doreen is beside the window. After that, we learned between. My chest is between my shoulders. Then we learned in front of and behind. In front of is the opposite of behind. My hand is in front of my face, and my face is behind my hand. My right hand is in front of my left hand. My left hand is behind my right hand. We learned that opposite is like next to, but not so near. Next to is like this, and opposite is like this. We learned about above and below, and that below is like under. Normally, if something is covered, we use under. With temperature, we use above and below. The weatherman says it's above 45 degrees Celsius today. In the winter, the temperature drops to 15 degrees Celsius below zero in the countryside. We also learned about something being on the paper, or writing our name at the top of the paper, or on the left, in the middle, or on the right. We learned that we sign our names at the bottom of the paper. We also learned that if we add ish to the end of an adjective, like a colour, it means that it's approximately that colour. If something is almost white, we can say that it's whitish. If someone's not too old, we can say that they're youngish. Great wheels of cheese! Okay, that's all we have time for today. I'll see you next lesson for some more English learning fun. You have been watching M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan. I'm not Clark Kent, and I'm not Darth Paul. I'll see you next lesson. See you later. Bye.